Hello everybody, welcome to Nonna's Kitchen again. Well, don't worry about that. I've had a little accident, but I have some help. I have my daughter Shireen that's gonna hold the tradition and bake with me the Galette des Rois, or the king cake. First, I will light the golden candle in honor of the 3 wise men who brought presents to baby Jesus. And the special day is the Epiphany, or the Befana po Italian and the Epiphanie in French. So welcome my daughter Shireen, that's gonna help me.
Hello everybody. Hi. All right, let's remove this and start baking. All right, so for the Galette des Rois, which is a puff pastry dessert, you'll need 2 circles of puff pastry. Inside, we're gonna have an almond cream, which you need almonds, sugar, butter, a little bit of rum, and eggs. And for the almonds, you could lightly roast almonds and have them grind down to the almond flour, or you can buy it ready-made. It's also mixed with a pastry cream, which consists of milk, vanilla, sugar, egg yolks, and cornstarch. And in this cake,
yes,
there's a little secret.
Yes, it's our little secret.
What is it?
The little charm. And whoever gets the piece with the little charm inside is king or queen of the day.
Wonderful.
It's a very old tradition, and we like to keep it on.
All right, let's start with the pastry cream. All right, so we're gonna start by pouring in some milk into the little pot. The next step is to scrape down the vanilla bean. All right, a nice tip is to scrape your vanilla with the backside of your knife, so that you don't cut the vanilla bean while you scrape it. So, and we're gonna start to heat the milk. While the milk is heating, we're going to mix the egg yolks, the cornstarch, and the sugar together in a bowl. All right, the milk is hot. We'll pour it over our egg yolks to temper. There we go. Now we're just gonna temper our egg mix with the hot milk until it's all combined. And after that, we will reheat it to make it nice and thick. Now, when our egg is all melted into the milk, we will pour it back on the heat. Now all you need to do is keep whisking until it gets nice and thick. I'm gonna ask Mom to come back and please can you wrap a plate?
Coming. Well, with one hand, I can do that. So,
a little trick of the trade to make your pastry cream cool faster. You cool it on a flat surface, so not in a bowl. So
it's
just
good like that?
Pour it. It's perfect, Mom. Thank you. You pour it over the plate. For the tray. Smells good.
Oh my god, the vanilla. It's like when I was a child. I used to wait my Nonna when she bakes. I used to lick the pot.
bowl? The
yes,
pot?
yes. It was so nice. Oh, thank you. I'll take that.
And now what you need to do is just put another piece of plastic just so that it's in contact with your pastry cream. And this goes in the fridge.
So, Shireen, what are we going to do next?
Next is the almond cream. For that, you need a bowl for later and a spatula. And we start with our butter that needs to be creamy. So not too hard and not too melted either. And next, we are going to mix it with the sugar.
And you don't use machines? You don't use the...
You could if you want, but I prefer the old school way sometimes. That's nice.
So it doesn't matter. You don't need to beat it.
You could. Well, when you put your eggs in, you could beat it, but it's all good. We continue with the almonds
that we've roasted.
Exactly. This you could buy ready-made, or you can roast your almonds, but just lightly golden. And grind them down to a paste. We're gonna just incorporate all of this into the butter.
Some people add amaretto to it, but I know you don't like it.
I do not.
So I've never used amaretto. But some people like amaretto with that.
It gives it a little bit of bitter
yes,
almond
bitterness.
flavor.
Yeah. Sweet and bitter.
All right. Next, we are going to add our eggs. You could do one egg at a time. I find it's easier. So I'll just pour in half.
And we also usually break the eggs in a separate bowl to make sure that the egg is good.
Yeah, you don't want your
shells,
the egg shells, or
no.
That's true. You taught me well, mommy.
Yes.
Right.
It was more working together than teaching.
That's true. There we go. It's incorporated. I'll be adding the second.
And the
egg.
recipe, we're going to write it down. The amounts, the exact amounts.
Egg.
The next one. Put it
Thank
here.
you, mommy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Welcome.
Otherwise, this year, no galette de Rois.
Right.
So,
we're almost done.
and the rum, we could skip the rum if it's...
Yeah, you could skip the rum, but we like a little bit of it.
Yes. It gives it a nice flavor.
Now we will add
the rum.
a bit of rum.
Not too much.
Well, they say a little cork or 1.5, just to give it that little
flavor.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, this, I'm gonna leave it to rest a bit in the fridge, and once our almond cream and the pastry cream are equally cold, we are gonna mix them together. Beautiful.
So, Shireen, what are we going to do now?
Well, now we have both our creams cold, so we're gonna mix them together.
Why do you put the plastic on that?
Because you need the contact so it doesn't make a film on the milk. So what we're gonna do now, we need to warm this up a little. Remove first plastic.
Give me that. I'll throw it away.
Thank you. And use the same spatula since it's all gonna go in the same mix. When the pastry cream is set, it's kind of like jiggly.
Jiggly?
Yeah.
Okay,
So we're
I'll
just
throw that
gonna-
away and come back.
Yep. All right, so what we want is to just work up a creamy consistency.
So now everything is cooled down.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We're going to fold in the almond cream into the pastry cream.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Thank you. Perfect. So the cream is beautiful.
Yes.
And now we're just
And I
gonna
hope
put it in a piping
tastes
bag.
good.
I'm sure. You can't taste it now, it's raw eggs.
Okay,
We're gonna bake it.
because usually Nonna tastes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you can at your own risk.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I prefer to taste it when it's baked.
That I don't blame you. All right.
You want me to hold it? I can hold it for you.
Thank you. All right.
So,
Beautiful. I think that's
Yeah,
enough.
that's
We're not
enough.
making it too big. All right. Last one.
last one. So, perfect. So,
Okay. Amazing. All right. The cream is ready. Turn the little bag. And now we have to prepare the puff pastry. So we're gonna put it right on the baking sheet that we're gonna use. And first, we're gonna place the bottom.
and you always turn it around.
No, I just find it easier to remove the paper. There's not really a way to do it. And then we make small little holes into the bottom. With a
So it
fork.
won't puff
Exactly.
too much and burst.
Correct. Now around the edges, we're gonna put some water just around the edges. I'd say about 2 centimeters wide. Make sure it's nice and wet because this is to stick the two puff pastries together.
Together, yeah.
So now we can go ahead and put some cream in. Part.
And the little charm.
Of course, it
Of
goes in last.
course, it will go in.
So we go in a circle.
But you also can put it with a spatula on, yes?
Of course.
You don't need to...
Of course. If you don't have a piping bag, anything works. Just gonna add some
I think it's enough.
in the second layer. That's perfect.
Mm.
And
A
now,
little charm.
yes, you should pop
I
them in
wonder who's
around.
going to get that today.
You should try to go around the edges because the more you go in the middle, the harder it is to know that it ends up in a slice, really. So in the outer layer
The
somewhere.
outer layer.
Yeah.
Layer. Like this?
Yep, go ahead.
So?
There we go. Perfect. And now we cover this with the second round of puff pastry.
Whoops.
There we go. And now we just squeeze the edges so that the water can stick the two together. Now the next step of the decoration, you take the edge of the back of your knife and you make indentions like this.
That's for the decoration.
Yeah. It also gives it that cute little ruffle edge
Yes.
on your galette de roi when it's baked.
Doesn't make any difference in the taste.
Well, it helps keep the edges together so you get a nice puffed
Yes, and then the
galette basically.
and then the filling will not
seep out.
seep out from the sides.
Exactly. So we keep going all around.
Then when it's baked,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to cut it into pieces.
Yeah.
And we are 8 today.
Perfect.
And then we cut it in 8 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And the lucky one in the family that's gonna have the piece with the lucky charm is going to be the king or the queen of the day.
What does that mean? You get to decide what people.
Well,
Do you get special
you're the king or the
treatment?
queen. What do kings and queens do?
All right, let's get
And
this
you got to keep the charm. You know that some people are collectors of the charms.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes, they are very nice porcelain charms. And some of the people, it's like stamps.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of people that really likes to.
I had no idea.
Yes.
So this trick here, we're gonna put a first egg wash, and then we're placing this in the fridge. And after that, we're gonna do a second layer of egg wash, and we're gonna do some more decorations
So
on the
it's
top.
gonna be super, super nice.
I hope so. I really hope this puff pastry puffs nicely.
This is why I wanted to puff one in the morning. Well, it's gonna be nice anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Do you
All
need
right.
to put it in the fridge?
Yes, you do. Why? Because you want your puff pastry to be very hard. Same thing with the egg wash. Because when you cut and do the decoration, you don't want the pastry to tear or move around. You need it to be stable. So we're just gonna put this in the fridge for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right, so it's time for the second wash and the decoration.
It's turning out very nice.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
And now this part, you can do basically whatever you want. So I'm gonna make 4 lines across, one like that.
Make 2 more.
Now I start to swirl.
Oh, nice. And this is not only good for the decoration, it's good for the heat so that it doesn't explode.
Correct.
When it's in the oven.
There we go.
And then a hole in the middle. A little chimney.
Yeah, you have to give your steam somewhere to come out in your pastry. What I do usually, I do 1 hole in the middle.
Yes,
and
but
then I make little holes
but just on the
top
upper,
layer.
yeah.
Something like that.
Nice.
Be enough.
Nice.
And now we're going to pop this in the oven at 200 degrees for 10 minutes, and then we lower the oven to 180 degrees for another 30 minutes. All right, you want to open the oven or you can?
Yes.
All right, so our galette de Rois just came out of the oven, and now while it's hot, we're gonna glaze it with simple syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water. It gives it a nice glaze and also helps to keep the puff pastry crispy on the top. You hear that? It's beautiful.
I'm so anxious to taste it. Oh, it smells beautiful. And it looks very nice.
Thank you, Mommy.
Looks crunchy.
The thing, if you can move it with your, and it feels light, it's a good sign. It means that the pastry is nice and light, cooked through. All right.
Beautiful.
You want to put this on a plate?
Yes.
All right, here we have it, the Galette des Rois of this year.
And you know, maybe the tradition here, I get to taste the first bite, but today you will going to taste with me.
Okay.
In case the charm is in the first piece,
Yeah?
then I'm the queen.
You were always the queen,
Thank you.
regardless. All right, go ahead, Mommy.
You can no.
No, you can't.
Not
Wrong
with my
hand? All right.
Not with my hand.
Are we ready? Okay. Wow. This is
Beautiful.
beautifully crispy.
Yes.
Oh, it's super hot still.
And you know I like
You like
when it's-
everything
yes.
warm. All right.
So,
Beautiful.
did you get the charm?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
But
You're still the queen. Go ahead.
yes, go ahead.
All right.
So, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.
Very good. You got it?
I don't know. Det var en man.
It was a piece of almond.
It was a piece of almond.
Very good. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.